So, hello everyone. Today we will be discussing the roles or impact of information technology to education, business, infrastructure, and travel. But before anything else, let's recall first what is information technology. So, information technology, widely known under its abbreviation IT, is defined as the science and activity of using computers and other electronic equipment to store and send information. So, meaning to say, it has the ability to help individuals achieve their goals in a shorter period of time. So, now let us tackle first the information technology and education. So, IT has both positive and negative role in education. In its positive way, IT has made the education process more effective and productive. It has increased the well-being of the students. So moreover, the emergence of e-learning platforms that allow students to learn from their homes. These platforms give students the chance to review the courses with simpler and more concrete explanations at every moment, and this reinforces the educational process and leads to better results in school for most of the students. On the other hand, the negative role of IT and education is that some argue that technology in the classroom can be distracting and even foster cheating. Because during a lesson, students are going to be tempted to play instead of listening. Technology also can disconnect students from social interactions, wherein the less they were able to verbally communicate and interact in person. Moreover, while students have always found ways to cheat, the digital age makes it even easier from copying and pasting someone else's work. Now let's proceed the role of information technology and business. So information technology is an all-pervasive change which is affecting the design of many existing products and services, as well as the mode of producing and marketing almost all of them. The use of different manufacturing technologies in factories is an important aspect in the evaluation of impact of innovations in enterprises. Every industry now is highly, if not totally, affected by the emergence of information technology trends like cloud, social media, big data that are redrawing the landscape of the global economy. However, the major consequence of this emergence is the displacement of some jobs, which has changed the map of the most requested jobs in the global market and also is enabling and creating new jobs position profiles. So next, let us proceed to IT and infrastructure. So IT infrastructure plays a crucial role in ensuring business continuity, especially in times of unforeseen disruptions or disasters. Robust backup solutions, disaster recovery plans, and redundant systems help organizations maintain operations and quickly recover from potential setbacks. So, IT infrastructure forms the foundation for innovation, enabling businesses to experiment with new technologies and services. It provides the necessary resources and platforms for research and development, allowing organizations to stay competitive in a rapidly evolving market. So, a well optimized IT infrastructure facilitates seamless customer interactions, quick response times, and personalized services, leading to higher customer satisfaction and loyalty. So basically, the role of information technology in infrastructure forms the backbone of modern businesses, providing the essential foundation for communication, data management, and service delivery. It encompasses the various components, including hardware, software, networks, and human expertise, all working in tandem to support seamless operations. So next, let us tackle the IT and travel. So, simply, the role of IT in travel or adventure means using technology to plan trips. It helps travel agencies book trips for their customers, together with airline tickets, hotel accommodation, car rentals, and many other travel related activities. It automates bookings, payments, and back office tasks for travel agencies and enables consumers to make their online bookings without a travel agent. Also, using your smartphone, you can plan a trip completely hassle-free. Moreover, or more importantly, your mobile device can be your tour guide wherever you are. So generally, technology has made travel automation possible, making trip planning less time-consuming and exciting for travelers and travel agencies. You can plan a trip in minutes and easily book accommodation, tickets, flights, and much more. You can have your travel itinerary in the palm of your hand with your mobile device as the perfect travel buddy. So that would be all for my part. Thank you.
So now let's proceed to the information technology when it comes to food. So when it comes to food, technology isn't always the first thing that comes to our mind. However, technology over the years has changed how we produce and find our food through applications, robotics, data, and processing techniques. So, according to a recent report from ING, technology helps food manufacturers produce more efficiently for a growing world population. Because, as we all know, there are 7.5 billion people in the world right now, and that means a higher demand for food each year. Kadaghan man ang mga tao sa kalibutan. And by using technology to improve processing and packaging, it can improve the shelf life and safety of the food that we are about to eat. So under of information technology in food industry is the robotics and machines. The use of machines in the food industry also ensures quality and affordability. So by using machines, it drives down the cost of keeping the food fresh and increases productivity. Okay, so according to the report, the rise of robotics in the food industry is a tangible example of food technology. So robotic machines can help also to eliminate safety issues for the more dangerous jobs in the food industry. Okay, so in 2016, tech company rolled out a program for batchery. By using robots to cut the more difficult of the meats, they can save many work injuries. So this is just one of the many ways technology can improve the industry by using the robotics and machines, and also it can helps for the workers to decrease the injuries. The second one is the drones. So it is the use of GPS tracking system and satellites imagery to monitor crop yields, soil levels, and weather patterns to increase efficiency on the farm. So by using drone, they can not only see all that is happening across the fields, but they can also use analysis from the findings to test the soil and the health of the crops. So a major way they are doing this is through the use of drones. Of course, these drones can locate and identify diseased or damaged crops and tend to them immediately. So the use of these robots does not eliminate the need for food workers, helps them be helps them be more efficient with their works. So the third one is the packaging and waste. So one of the biggest concerns for consumers right now is having a healthy and sustainable goods. So consumers pay attention to labels and harmful ingredients, especially with social media. So there is not much that companies can get away with anymore. Many companies use technology to help them go green by using robotics and digitizing. The digitizing, companies in the food industry are able to find alternatives to plastic and other harmful packaging to the environment. Okay, so there are many different ways we are using technology in packaging now, from edible packaging, uh, micro packaging, and even bacteria fighting packaging. So with all this advancement in technology, there are so many different ways that it can really change how we produce how we produce food. So evolving technology could be the key to eliminate world hunger and solving our waste problem. All we have to do is we will just have to wait and see. Okay. So now let's proceed to the information technology in banking industry. So banking environment has become highly competitive today. So to be able to survive and grow in the changing market environment, banks are going for the latest technologies, which is being perceived as an enabling resource that can help in developing learner and more flexible structure that can respond quickly to the dynamics of a fast changing market scenario. Okay, so it is also viewed as an instrument of cost reduction and effective communication with people and institutions associated with the banking business. So under of information technology in banking industry is the e-banking. So e-banking made its debut in UK and USA 1920s. So it becomes prominently popular during 1960. So through electronic funds transfer and credit cards, the concept of web-based banking came into existence in Europe and USA in the beginning of 1980. So many banks have modernized their services with the facilities of computer and electronic equipment. So the electronics revolution has made it possible to provide ease and flexibility in the banking operations to the benefit of the consumer or to the customer. I mean, so the purpose of e-banking has made the customer say goodbye. Has made the customer say goodbye to the huge account registers and large paper bank accounts. So there are some examples of e-bank transfer. So first is the credit cards or debit cards. Second, the ATM. Third, e-cheques. Fourth, EFT, electronic funds transfer. Next, demat accounts. Next, mobile banking. Next, telephone banking. Next, internet banking. And the last one is the EDI, electronic data interchange. And for the last one, information technology and communication and services. So for as long as humans have been in this planet, we've invented forms of communication from smoke signals and messenger penguins to the telephone and email that have constantly evolved how we interact with each other. Okay, so one of the biggest developments in communication and services came in 1831 when the electric telegraph was invented. So while post existed as a form of communication before this date, it was electrical engineering in the 19th century, which had a revolutionary impact. So now digital methods have superseded almost all over the forms of communication, especially in business. So when we look back at how communication has advanced over the years, it really is quite incredible. So under the communication and services is the telephone. So in 1849, the telephone was invented, and within 50 years, it was an essential items for homes and offices. But that really impacted the flexibility and privacy of the device. Then came in the mobile phone, and in 1973, Motorola created the mobile phone, which kickstarted a chain of developments that transformed communication forever. Okay, take note of that word, forever. Okay, so early smartphones were primarily aimed towards the enterprise market, bridging the gap between telephones and personal digital assistants or PDAs, but they were bulky and had short battery lives. Okay, so in 1996, Nokia was releasing phones with QWERTY keyboards, and by 2010, the majority of Android phones were touchscreen only. So dili na ta makakita og mga keypad sa mga touchscreen na jud siya. So in 2007, Steve Jobs really revealed the first iPhone to the world, and Apple paved the way for the aesthetics of modern smartphones. So pag 2007 day namugna nga to ang mga iPhones, no? So before the iPhone, flip phones and phones with a split keyboards and screen were the norm. So it is still under the communication and services is the internet. So since the mid 1990s, the internet has had a revolutionary impact on communication, including the rise of near instant communication by electronic mail, instant messaging, voice over internet protocol, and telephone calls, two-way interactive video calls, discussions, forum, blogs, and social networking. Uh, so the internet has made communication easier and faster. It's allowed us to stay in contact with people regardless of time and location. Okay, so it's accelerated the piece of business and winded the possibilities within the enterprise space. So it allowed people to find their voice and express themselves through social media, YouTube, and memes, of course. And the internet has connected and divided us like nothing before. Okay, the third one is the email. Email, okay, so as a byproduct of the World Wide Web, email was introduced to the world in the 1991, although it had been operating years before, and it has vastly changed our lives. Whether for better or worse depends on your viewpoint. So the first users of messaging platform were educational system and the military who used email to exchange information. So in 2018, there were more than 3.8 billion people users. That's more than half the planet. Okay, so by 2022, it's expected that we will be spending 333 billion personal and business email each day. So in 2018, dahil sa grabe kadaghan ang mga nagamit og email, no, 3.8 billion. So see, grabe kadaghan ang nagamit sa email nga more than half the planet nga ni-send sa ilahang mga email. Yes, this last one is the wearable technology. So the first instance of wearable technology was a hands-free mobile headset launched in 1999, which became a piece of tech synonymous with city workers. So it gave business people the ability to answer calls on the go. So most importantly, while driving, of course. Okay, so now with smartwatches, audio sunglasses, and other emerging wearable technology, these capabilities are a part of our daily lives. Okay, so as we can see, or as we all know, karon nga generation na natay makita ang Apple Watch kanang pwede ra nato nga pwede ta makatake sa call. Tas while we are driving, pwede na ta mo answer sa phone call na naara sa ato ang car. So grabe na jud ka high tech atong generations jud sa. So ang tawag din ana nila is the wearable technology. So that's all for our topic, which is IT in education, business, infrastructure, travel, food industry, banking, and communication and services. I hope you learned something from our discussion, and see you around. Goodbye.